Very good afternoon and welcome to Racing International. Well, the big news is that we're moving tracks today. We're not racing on the classic track, the new grass track at the Vaal. We're moving to the inside track. Had a bit of rain, thank goodness, and I tell you what, it's very cold in Johannesburg, and the Vaal track's about an hour's drive from Johannesburg. Well, penetrometer looks good at 22, cloudy, and I can tell you what, it's very, very cold outside. I think it must have got down to about 3 or 4 degrees overnight, and it can't be much more at this time of the day, which is 8:10 South African time in the morning. No false rail today, but conditions look all right. Hopefully the rain will hang away. All right, on the inside track, when you go up the straight, it certainly helps to have those inside draws. And I must say, inside to middle draws are preferred over most of the distances. All right, race one on the card is a work riders maiden plate fillies and mares. It's over the 2,000 metres. And number 2, Island Bliss is where we go, and drawn nicely in barrier 2. It's had 3 runs back from a rest. They've all been over the 2,000 metres. Hasn't been finishing too far behind, and certainly doesn't look the strongest of fields. I thought number 10, Tessa Dubois, might have a bit of a squeak, lightly raced. Stepping up in trip here, they tried it over the 1,700 when having its second career start, and actually ran on late. Had a little bit of interference here. Watch for more improvement, drawn well in barrier 3. Number 1, this one's from the David Neitherhazen stable. Now, firm in the market at 5-2, is drawn a bit wide in at barrier 10, but I don't think worry about it. It's not the biggest of fields, and certainly another one who's starting to show a little bit of improvement, and third run back from a rest. Thrown in the 6 as well if you're looking for one more with my Bayo aboard. He's not a bad jockey in the work riders, certainly one to include, even though it is second run back after a bit of a spell. Race 2 on the card is a maiden plate, and we're travelling over the 1,000 metres straight. Number 1, Time to Be Great. Well, let's hope we're right here. It is drawn on the wrong side of the track here in barrier 10. That's the only concern, but certainly was an eye-catching run last time. When the money come for it, 22-10 into 18-10, hit the front of the 400 and just got coddled 8 to go down 3/4. I think it might be able to go one better today. Now, there's a first timer in the race here, and Paul Peter sends it out. Wagon Master. Here's his comment. He come through to us. He said it has a bit of a chance. Definitely put it in the places, and top jockey Andrew Fortune jumps aboard. Also thrown in, number 11 here, the Australian bred Gunter Roggeman jumps aboard. Louis Huson. So watch out for this beautifully bred individual, and certainly worth including. Very short in the market at 2-1. Number 2, Just Ash, Raymond Danielson at 7-1. Now, Raymond jumped aboard this horse 2 starts ago and actually ran a very good race when it was quite firm in the market, around about 5-1. Was only beaten just over half a length. Then followed up last time when Randall Simons rode it. Was a little disappointing there when running 5th, beaten 4.5. So certainly got a chance to run into the money. Race 3 on the card is a maiden plate, and we're travelling over the 1,800 metres. Now, here's a horse we tipped you last time. We liked it. It went off favourite at 22-10. They backed it on that occasion. Ran second. I was a little bit disappointed in the effort. Beaten 2 1/4. But having a look at this field today, certainly looks hard to beat and well overdue to come out the maidens. Are there dangers? Well, I think Tiki Torch might be the biggest chance here. A little bit in and out, puts up a good gallop, then a moderate one, and then puts in a reasonable one. But there has been plenty of winners out of that form line, and draws nicely on the rails in barrier 1. Thrown in the 2 as well from the Mike Azzi stable, even though it's coming off a break of 75 days. Carl Zechner jumps aboard. Now, this has got plenty of early gate speed. Been disappointing in its last 2 runs, but you will get a good run for your money. It'll certainly be out there in front and try and make every post a winner. Number 4, Supersonic, the Australian bred from the Paul Peters stable. Now, they're expecting a much better run today. It showed a much improvement last time. Is drawn out wide in barrier 12, but gets a claim of 4 kilos off the back, and now brings it in with 56, and could help the trifectas pay at 13-1. Race 4 on the card is a maiden plate, and we're travelling over the 1,450 metres. Number 9's the one we like here, Parisian Approval, beg your pardon. Carl Zechner, 22-10, drawn in barrier 4. Now, it's only had the 2 gallops. First time out, was fancied in the market, outside money, 20s into 12, and disappointed there. So they gave it a bit of a break and brought it back on the 5th of June, and actually put up a good gallop when not fancied at 66-1. So this could be the big improver in the race here. Drawn okay in barrier 4. Hope the second run after this doesn't catch it out there. Number 1, Roaring Tiger, Andrew Fortune. Looks the main danger to to me here. They tried it over the 1,600 metres last time and actually ran on pretty well. Now, it comes back a little bit in trip here to the 1450. Number 2. Now, this is from the Stevie Moffat stable. Samunga Kamali secured the best jockey in the country. He jumps aboard. There is a form update from the 9th of June. Ran 6, only beaten 6 3/4. Normally has a bit of gate speed, so you get a decent run, so I'm not so worried about the draw 9. Number 3, Diamond Conquer. Julius Mariba jumps aboard. Comment from the stable, could place here. So watch out for this. Had 3 runs back from a bit of a spell. I think put a line through that last run, much better than that. Race 5 on the card is a merit-rated 94 handicap over the 1,450 metres. And number 3, Fincherton, with number 1, Pivotal Pursuit being scratched. I certainly think it brings it right in from the powerful Sean Terry stable. Samunga Kamalo aboard. Did pick up a kilo penalty for running second last time out. Number 5, Donny G, I thought might be a horse that's certainly on the up. Now, since they've gelded it, it's had 3 runs, 1, 2, and then put up another good effort when running on strongly over the 1,200. I think it's going to be better suited over the 1,450 today and drawn nicely and gets a strong jockey on top. Number 9, Rafif. This is the Australian bred from the Mike de Kock stable, lightly raced, and this is priced up at favourite at the moment at 17 to 10. Certainly got a nice galloping weight here of only 52 kilos. Number 4, Forest Fox. Now, it's certainly holding form and drawn well in barrier 3, and I don't think you should leave this out of your trifectas and quartets. Nice price at 10 to 1. Race 6 on the card is a merit-rated 76 handicap over the 1,450 metres, and another Mike de Kock runner here. Mowing jumps aboard 4 to 1. I'm going to make this my best each way bet on the card. I think it's a decent price, drawn nicely in barrier 1. The certainly run that caught my eye was 2 starts ago when it went off even money favourite, and it was only went down just under a quarter of a length. Followed up with another good effort last time, wasn't disgraced there, and I think it'll go pretty close in an open-looking race. Number 10, which is King Jared. Well, this comes off a break of 66 days, but I had a look at its form there. They brought it back from a bit of a spell on the 5th of April and actually won first time back and then put up a decent gallop. Now, seems to run pretty well fresh, this horse, so worth including here. Chase Majan will have to put up half a kilo over, but still a lightweight here of 52.5 and could be the value in the race at 8 to 1. Number 6, Tokyo Drift, Gunter Roggeman at 6 to 1, drawn nicely in 3. Won a nice race 2 starts ago and then followed up with another good effort. Stayed on pretty well. That was over the 1,200, steps back up to the 1,450. Number 3, Wazimadota. Now, there's going to be a lot of people saying this horse is very consistent from the Lucky Hudalaka stable. 7 to 1's the price with one of the best top weight jockeys going around, Andrew Fortune. He can certainly ride him. He gets aboard today, and don't leave this out. This could be the surprise package. A very open race, but I'm still going with number 2 as a bit of an each way value. Race 7 on the card is a merit-rated 68 handicap. Up the straight of 1,000 metres, and number 1, In the Loop. Here's the comment from the Paul Peters stable. They said it's his best runner on the day, even though it's a 3-year-old, giving away a little bit of weight here to older horses. Lightly raced, looks like a little bit above average, and they've taken the blinkers off today. Nice little bit of each way, or a nice place bet here, currently priced up at 8 to 1. All right, number 8, Dasport. Andrew Fortune at 8 to 1, having its first run for the stable. Now, watch out for this. This is a good jockey jumping aboard this horse. Has some decent form and has also drawn the best of all down on the inside in barrier 1. Thrown in number 7 is, number 12, put my glasses on. Samunga Kamalo isn't drawn the best on the outside in barrier 16, but when you go through its form, pretty consistent. And here's the comment from the Maroon stable. They reckon they'll finish in the top 3, so it's a bold statement there. Might be worth including at 13 to 1. Number 4, Led Zeppelin, Marco van Rensburg. He jumps aboard for the Chris Erasmus stable. Runs second in its last 2 outings, only finishing a quarter length behind on both those occasions. Has to be included at 5 to 1. Right, the lucky last on the card is race 6, and it's a merit-rated 66 handicap. Travelling over the 2,000 metres, and number 7, Calico Quiver. Here's a bit of each-way value for you. It's 7-1 and an open-looking card today. Certainly got an each-way chance. That's the recommendation from the Gary Alexander stable. Certainly put up a decent gallop last time in similar company over the 1,800 metres. Was running on strongly, only went down just under a length last time out. Thought the 5 worth including. Blinkers go on today. Please note that blinkers on, drawn nicely in barrier 1. Wesley Mowing jumps aboard, having its 3rd run back from rest. Should be cherry ripe to show its best at 6-1. All right, we're looking for trifectas. Our 3rd selection here is a number 3 on the card, which is Doozy Moon. Now, we tipped this 2 starts ago when it went off short price favourite and it got on to win by a quarter of a length. Got well out of its ground last time from a wideish draw when it was drawn 14 out of 15. Was giving him nearly 15 lengths of the 800 and ran on strongly to be beaten just over 5 3/4 lengths. Now, it's drawn a bit better today in the middle of the field in barrier 8. I'm going to throw in a real bit of an outsider here. Number 17 was a reserve runner. We haven't got a rider yet for this one, and that's Sammy Silver. Certainly been showing nice improvement in its last 2 outings, and if it can repeat that from a reasonable draw, might be worth including at a decent price. Yeah, I must say, very, very competitive today. Quite a few open-looking races, and the betting suggests that as well. Let's hope we steer you in the right direction, because there could be a bit of money to be made. We're going to be popping up all our selections at our Twitter account, at Racing and Tips. From myself, Rod McCurdy, and all the team, we wish you a very successful punting afternoon.